Yo, what is up? It's Rodney with Mob City Moto. Today I'm breaking down motorcycle phone mounts. The Ram X Grip versus the Quadlock. I'm going to discuss the pros and cons of each and which one's worth getting. This is the X Grip from Ram Mounts. I have extensive experience with this. I've used this for 100,000 miles. And I've had zero problems with it. I haven't lost the phone, haven't damaged the phone. Phone's never dropped out of it. Let's get into the Ram mount first. This X Grip Ram mount is a small. It's the smallest one that they make, but it still fits an iPhone Max Pro, even with a case on it. Now you can see that it is extended a little bit. You do have to squeeze it pretty tight to get it in there, but it does fit. And it fits nicely and it holds it very secure. I've never used the rubber band piece that goes around the phone to hold it onto the mount. I've never used it and I've never had a phone come off. And that's riding off-road, BDRs, whatever, Baja trips, everything. Not a problem. Now this Ram mount is more affordable. It doesn't cost as much as the Quadlock system does. And it's worked very well for me. The downside to it is, the only problem that I've had are these little rubber little rubber holders, right? You can see on this one it's kind of worn out a little bit. But I think the problem that people have with these are these little rubber grommets come off and then the phone comes out. What you have to do with this Ram mount is you have to super glue these down. So when you first buy it, you just put a shot of super glue down in the rubber thing and slide it on, and it'll stay on for tens of thousands of miles in the hot 115-degree desert heat. These things are easy to replace though. They're like $7 to replace. Not that big of a deal. Heck, I've had these on here for 2 years, probably 3 years. They have a couple versions of these. There's a small and a large. Then they have different clamps, like one's a ball head where it can clamp onto there so you can move it around off the regular Ram mount ball heads. At first I thought it was small. The lobster claw to clamp it onto the bar. It's nice, but it's a little big. So if you were to put it on a dirt bike, it's taking up a lot more space. So on a dirt bike, you're limited on your handlebar space. And this might be an issue for the smaller ones. The reason I went with this in the beginning, because I can use any case, I can run naked with no case and still use the X Grip Ram mount. But I've been happy with it. But what happened was I got on Dork in the road. If you're not familiar with him, you should be. But he was doing a live stream giveaway and I happened to win one of his giveaway prizes, which was a Quadlock motorcycle system. They gave me a whole kit, the bar clamp, the vibration dampener, the lever head, the small dual pivot arm, bar clamp spacers. Then they gave me the case for my phone. They gave me a poncho and they gave me the case for my iPhone 11 Pro Max. Let me just say, I would have never bought this because I was happy with the X Grip from Ram mount. I was having success with it, so what's the point in changing it up, right? But since I won this, I figured let me try it out and let me do a video on it, because after opening it up and checking it out, it's pretty cool. It is. But let me dive into it for you. The Moto setup that they sent me, and I would say this is probably their best Moto setup, but I'm putting it on the dirt bike. This is how I did it. I got the bar clamp here. And these bars are like, they're fat at the bottom, then they shrink down, they're skinnier at the top, so they're all different sizes, right? I try to just put it on here and put the phone on there, but I needed to use the arm. It took me a little bit to figure out the arm, but the arm's pretty cool. See if you can see here, but there's a screw right here that screws down into the bar clamp. It took me a little while to figure that out. I had to look up the directions. But once I did, the arm's pretty nice. And I got the little adjustable to make it even more. See the dampener on there. And then the lever clamp. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to put it on the dirt bike and I'm going to go for a ride and test it out. If it jacks my phone up, I'm gonna be a little pissed, but I don't think it will. I talked to Dork in the road, and he said he used his for 2 years on a DRZ, and I've never had a DRZ, but they say they're pretty shaky, so he said it shouldn't be a problem if I use the dampener. So I'm using the shock dampener, and I'll go for a ride and take it for a ride, and if it doesn't mess up the camera on my phone, I'm not going to have a problem with it. It's a pretty cool product, really. Now, I still don't have this worked out yet. I'm still a little goofy when I use it because I haven't used it enough. But it works good. And just clipped right in. Right? And it's got some, right? It can move around. I think that's enough to keep it from tearing up the camera on the phone. Just loosen it up a little bit. You can move it where you want, right? Put it out here, tighten it down. However you want, you can do it. I got my XC gear, this Moto 360. I'm gonna put a GPS on there. So I had to like get it up and use the arm to get it up out of the way, but the arm gives me like where I can really put it up out of the way. Because I will have a GPS, a Garmin Zumo XT mounted on here. But that's another video. As long as this doesn't break my phone, I don't think there's too many cons to it, other than the price. This stuff is pretty pricey. You know, you can get over $100 for a system, and like that's pretty pricey. It's probably twice the cost of the X-Grip RAM mount. But the reason I like this is because it's very versatile. I can put it on any bike and go from bike to bike, or I can put this system, they got nice systems for the car. It's just a better system. It's more versatile, can fit more things, do more things with it, and like I like that. The X-Grip RAM mount, like to put that in the car, it's kind of suck. And it's kind of big and it works, but like I don't think you need all that for a car. You know, this system, I can put a piece in my car to mount it in the car. I can put it on this bike, I can put it on the other bike. Like I said, the only downfall is the price. It does get a little pricier, right? But it's quality. It's secure. The one thing that always stops me from using the Quadlock was because I didn't want to use their phone case, right? You have to use their phone case because it has this little Quadlock on the back and it connects the lever handle on the Quadlock. I always just used an Apple leather one because it was minimal and I loved the feel of it. Now let me talk about the phone case. I like it. It's not that bad. It feels pretty good. It's pretty minimal. It's slightly a little heavier than the leather Apple case that I was using, but it feels good. This does not stick up very much at all. It's not bad at all. And I can also lay my phone down with the Quadlock case on and charge it wirelessly. After using the case is not bad at all, and it's not a concern for me to use it as a system. It makes me want to put one on my other bike, and it makes me want to put one in the car so I can just use this case everywhere. But we're going to go for a ride and test it out and make sure, just to show everybody what I'm doing to it. Let me see if my phone still works though. Yeah, we're good. We're still good. So final thoughts, conclusions. I was really happy with the X-Grip RAM mount. Ran it for years, no trouble. But I like the Quadlock system better. I would have never tried it unless I want it from Dork in the Road and Quadlock Moto. So I want to thank both of them. Dork in the Road, thanks very much. Appreciate it. And Quadlock Moto, appreciate it very much for sending it out to me. But it makes me want to put it on both bikes and in the car. You know, it's just more versatile, better product, more efficient, smaller, just more uses, more versatile, plain and simple. But it costs more. It's a better system, but it costs more. So the X-Grip RAM mount is for people that don't want to change cases, don't want to pay a lot of money, they just want to put a phone on their handlebars. It's the way to go. If you want an all-around system, the all-around best system for cars, bikes, all that stuff, for more versatility, it's the Quadlock. I would recommend the Quadlock. But they're both very good phone holding systems, phone mount systems. Very good. Thanks again, Dork in the Road. Thanks again, Quadlock Moto. Appreciate everybody if you're still hanging around here. I know everybody's done these videos. There's a lot of them out there. I just wanted to give my opinion with it. Extensive use with the RAM mount, so I think anybody will be happy with either one of these. As long as you super glue the little rubber pieces down on the X grip, you'll be good. As long as you use the vibration dampener on the Quadlock, you'll be good. That's it. Appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like. Got any questions, ask them down below. I'll try to answer them. See you on the next one.